And that's rare that that happens, so I know that it's a major lesson of some kind if it doesn't feel right, if I wake up and something from the other side is really getting my attention in a scary kind of way.
And a lot of times when you're sleeping and in that state, your mind is in that state. And what happens is, in order to get them to have you remember what was just being said, they have to frighten you sometimes to wake you out of that state so you remember and to listen. But if you're frightened of it and you don't understand it, then you're just going to miss the whole message in the first place.
So that was probably confirming that I didn't want to go over there, and I was having those thoughts, and then my 5-year-old self of not wanting to, I don't know, do whatever it was that I was supposed to do.
You know, when I turn, that doesn't mean shut up.
And I had just finished my thought.
Yeah.
So my 5-year-old self of having to go to a new school system and live in a new house, and it was unfamiliar, and then, but not wanting to, so what's happening now is what we call a continued story. So, as my wonderful soul coach says, you have your little person that lives inside of you, and even though you've chronologically aged up to me being 38 years old, it's still that little 5-year-old that's taking residence in there saying, I don't want to do it.
Yes, because that's your program. That program is going to run. We just marked it at the age that we created it at. So what I'm doing is I'm looking at, we have created a new Facebook profile for Bren and Jen. That's not what I wanted. Good one, Bren.
We also have Twitter.
Yes, I just put Twitter at the @ MW Reveal, and that's how you can join us on Twitter. Our website, or not our website, that's coming. I'm getting it there.
I don't know what Octarine was laughing
at us, I know from what, by what we were talking about.
Because we're funny.
We're learning. I don't know where that laugh came from.
So,
hold on, whoops, Brenda Bates.
Medicine woman.
That's me. I was just...
that's your identity. Are we having an identity crisis?
Yes, considering part of me is yelling at myself.
We're going to be that little cat that puts posters up around, lost, please help me find myself.
Exactly, because Lord, I'm trying to push the right button and all of a sudden I'm just getting... I don't know where I'm going.
Whee! It's a fun ride.
Oh, that's funny. I don't understand why Facebook's doing that. That is hilarious.
So... life.
Okay, yeah. She puts herself on pause. I put my brain on pause. Okay, let's get back up to the matrix. Okay, so if you have the month, or if you know what zodiac sign you are, we will give you a reading for today. So if you're in the chat room, yell out what zodiac sign you are, and we will do a reading for you.
You have to type in caps.
Yeah.
You can't yell out. Sorry.
All right.
I'm being very literal.
And she's being a little poo. That's what she's doing.
Yes.
Okay, so the February, what's the zodiac signs for February?
Pisces.
Okay, so let's do.
I'm just gonna yell.
Let's do a Pisces. Yeah. Okay. Oh, I gotta put up the right screen.
No, that was February. We're in April.
Oh my God. I talk about. Oh, never mind. You know what? Screw you. Just kidding. We've got 3 callers. I just have to find the right order.
Why was that connected to February? I don't know.
I
woke up and had no idea. Hi. How are you?
Hello, Skype caller, are you there? I'm talking to you. Say hello. Oh, come on. That's yes!
I'll say peace.
Hey, peace! Peace be with you, yes.
I'm just passing through, fly me on my way to the moon, fly me to the moon. It sounded like you were looking for something to do, but you got 2 callers. Go ahead and deal with them, and if you got time afterwards, you can come back to me. Okay, well, oh, I love the fact you read up the one. Okay, yes, yeah. I will pause you.
I'll call in and help them.
Okay, so we appreciate that. Okay, I lost 1 caller, but I'll take this caller. Area code 312, are you there?
Hi, I'm here.
Yes, hello.
Taking my call.
Oh, no problem. How can we help you?
Well, I don't know which one will come in stronger for you, but I have a concern about career.
Okay, about a career?
Relationship.
A career and a relationship.
Whichever one will come stronger, or if you can read.
Okay, we're going to find out what's going to happen here. 1, 2, and 3. Ooh, here we go. Okay, so we're pulling up some cards.
So which issue are we looking at?
It's whatever the soul wants to. I feel like it's the relationship. Well, see, you get a relationship to your career and you get a relationship to a person. So that's what I'm looking for. Ooh.
Okay.
Because sometimes when you are having both going on, they can be telling the same story. Oh, here comes one more. Because it is about relationship. Ah! Okay, we're going to talk about your career first because the card says career. And, okay, so as far as career goes, we flipped it flipped up sideways, which means it could be just talking about career. Eric can talk about career change, but it's about a decision. The decision or the communication is about the career. And what'd you get here with those two cards?
Higher education and reward, but they're reversed.
Okay, so...
Was there a question about going for more training or more education in what you're doing?
Actually, I'm not working right now.
Okay, so that's why it's the career change. So, if you are not working right now and you want to go back, do you need to think about going into more education?
Not really. I have a double major.
Ah. So when you... Okay, so now I've got it. So with the education that you just have, do you have rewards? I mean, can you take what you've done and apply it to a career? Will you get rewarded?
Yes.
Okay, do you feel enjoyment out of what you studied?
Yes, I do.
Okay, so now we need to take the rest of it. Because, see, I was going for marketing and accounting, and good Lord, when they told me I was supposed to go for that, no, there was not a reward for it. So now I'm going to go up to this card, which says it's a gentle gardener, but it's upside down. It says, do you harbor resentments? How often do you reinforce negativity by affirming lack and limitation? Every time you send out a desire for something, but secretly harbor a belief that you are undeserving of it, you plant weeds in the field of your dreams. When the gentle gardener appears in reverse position, she reminds you to be aware of any negative thoughts or selfish motives. She encourages you to step back and pay close attention to what thought seeds you send out to the world. Weeds choke the life out of your beautiful garden. No need to fret, however, because once you recognize this, you can always remove a bad seed and replace it with a healthy one. Forgiveness is the most powerful restoration tool. What is this card that goes with that?
Gentleness and diplomacy.
So how do you talk to yourself, think. The self-talk as you think, you have to start paying attention to where you could potentially be losing power. Even though you're thinking, well, I think positive thoughts, you can have a negative twist to a positive thought if you're placing a judgment with it, okay? If you're placing a judgment with it, then you will lose power. The second card I got about the career, it says that, well, it says forgiveness and learning, and it's upside down in reverse. There's something, okay, it says, if you look at it from one direction, it says, as you release and heal the past, you experience more love in the present moment. So you're not releasing something in the past. Something in the past needs to be released.
Relationship to man or authority or that just male energy in general.
Ooh, see, I told you they're connected. Now we need to go to the next one. So understanding that how you are yelling at yourself because you don't have a career, that you've got all this education, all this time, money spent, and you're not doing anything with it? Good Lord, what's wrong with you, girl? Now, has anybody ever said that to you? Have you said it to yourself? Okay, but have you ever thought that to yourself?
Well, I know that my job is coming. I feel positive about it.
Okay, that's now, but what about the past thoughts?
I have released my past. That's something that I've done during this period without working. I've sat down to search and find what is blocking my way, my path and stuff like that.
Okay, so here's the card that came up.
Pardon?
The card that came up says, how are you releasing it?
Oh, well, I have gone deep into my soul to forgive everyone who has offended me in the past.
Okay, now that I understand, you've done it on a conscious level. What have you done so that, because all healing and changes take place on the subconscious level. How do you know that it's resolved?
I have shifted the way I
Okay.
I have shifted the way I let people treat me. So I have done a big shift in my life.
Okay, they're telling me that you still have to cut some cords because you want to hold on to your integrity. So there's something that you have to still release, and I'm going to find out what it is.
It's family conditioning of some kind. Were you expected to go for whatever degree or a degree in general to live up to your potential? Was that a message in your family?
Well, the business, I have a double major in finance and marketing, and everything that I did runs in the family. So that's what almost all my siblings have. Accounting or finance or, yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
But I took a step further and I double majored, so they pretty much all have finance degrees and some have masters.
Okay, so we understand that you have something to do with the way that you're thinking, and it's the past, because it's never really in the now. So the past, this particular past thinking was probably about 4 or 5 years old. Now I'm going to ask you a simple question. Do you know what disgraced means?
Disgrace?
Yeah.
I do know what disgrace.
Have you ever felt like you disgraced, or are you not living up to something?
No, I feel like actually, even though I'm not working right now, I feel like I'm very smart among my siblings, so no.
Nobody has ever said to you in the last couple months about your career?
No.
Okay, because what I'm getting is that you have, somebody else is, male energy, female, parents. So there's some type of authority figure that doesn't have to be extreme authority figure, but is that within? No, it's without. So you have some energies around you, and what we call the RTJP, which is the right temporal junction parietal lobe, and we think what other people think. If you're thinking or that other people are thinking that you should already have a job, then you're losing power, because it is creating inside of you a file.
I understand. Yeah, you know what? I used to think that way when I used to feel like, okay, my father keeps telling me, oh, he keeps getting worried about me, and so at some point I realized it was affecting me negatively.
Yes.
So I decided not to communicate with him about my job. He believes I'm working, and that's how I want it to be.
Okay.
Because to me, I feel he's projecting his own ways on me, so...
Right.
Because I don't want that negativity, I decided to cut him out
Okay.
on that side.
And I agree. That's good that you did so, but the cause of why you created this person to be there is still there. The cause is still there. And again, when you are thinking what other people are thinking, you're setting a file system up in your brain that tells you that you have an expectation, imaginary expectations that you have to live up to, and it creates a judgment, and then your self-talk regardless. So what happens is that you're doing your best to hold your integrity, and you've cut cords. That's great, but the thing you need to release is this self-talk that's about what we just talked about, and so you understand what I'm saying.
Yeah, at first when you were saying it didn't make sense, but now it all makes sense to me because, I used to think maybe I need to make sure, like I used to want to find a job to make sure that my dad was okay because he's so worried about me.
Okay.
And at some point I realized, I need to do this for me, not for anyone else. So
Exactly.
maybe I understand that.
All right. Now, do you think they still worry about you?
I think deep down he does worry about me because at some point he thought I was working, and every time he calls and asks me how the job is going, I tell him okay. So the last time he was talking to my baby sister, he asked her. He said she doesn't want to talk to me about her job anymore. Is everything okay?
Now,
but now when he calls, he doesn't talk about it, so I know that it bothers him.
right. And see, and the thing is if it bothers him, his energy, and you know this, you can create chemical peptides within yourself that can deplete you because it's called worry, and worry is considered love. But that's not the thing that you want to support you, and you're aware of that, which is good. but at the same time, the cause is still there. So it must be at 5 years old, he must have felt like he was worrying about you then, probably when you're going to school. You're really affected when people worry about you. So we're just telling you that you need to heal this particular part of how you know that they worry about you and how they think about you, and that's what you need to heal. Stop believing in that story. They can worry about you all they want, but don't believe into it and lose who you are. That's the part that needs to be healed. Okay, and real quick before we go further, I'm going to look at a relationship. They're telling you that you need to engage yourself into a particular relationship. So are you taking part into wanting a relationship? Are you doing your part that's necessary to create this engagement, this communication, this getting together? Yes or no?
Yeah, actually, I met somebody.
Okay.
Recently that I've known for a long time, and he wants to actually date.
Okay, because it says love at first sight means that your self-respect makes you this more romantic. There's a part of you that respects yourself, and you can feel the respect and harmony that this person gives you. Now, what's going to happen is that the issue that's going to come up to interfere with this relationship has to do with unrequited love. Means how much energy of love do you give out, and you notice that you don't get it back, or this person made their issue of unrequited love is going to affect the relationship. There's not enough attraction or chemistry to keep this relationship going if you both don't see the love coming back. Do you understand what I mean by unrequited love? Okay, Jen, what do you got for that?
No.
Oh, okay, wait, but she said no. Unrequited love. Like, I was giving to my husband, but he was resenting me. Even though he was loving me in his way, he was holding resentment, which stopped us from having a wonderful relationship. So the unrequited love was, I gave but didn't get that in return. I loved this person, but I wasn't getting it in return. And it was harboring in our relationship. And we've healed that, thank goodness. But do you have another example of unrequited love?
It's something that you set your sights on that you feel like will never happen.
Ah, makes sense. Okay.
And
Well, it was something that I wasn't expecting in the past. And it's kind of like out of the blue. Well, I knew he really liked me in the past, but I was always in a relationship. So I didn't give the relationship a chance.
Okay. And they're telling you this time, engage it. Just follow it through, see where it leads. And, if anything out of the relationship, you will bring up the issues that you need to resolve. And that can be something. Or you can bring up the issues, heal the issues, and then keep the relationship going.
so what you need to take a look at for your health and your healing is to focus on your strengths, and that's your feminine energy. And what you can bring in to the relationship from that perspective, and just keep it. And they're talking about the idea of core, that you're not going to rip out parts of who you are in order to be in that relationship, and that's part of your femininity. Sometimes we feel like, well, I'll own this statement, feeling like, oh, if I'm doing something, or if I like something, and this is something that really makes me excited, and I love it, but then you get in a relationship, oh, I better not tell that person that I like this because they might not like it. But secretly you have no idea that you're being drawn to that was helping you thrive and give you excitement is actually probably something that they found attractive.
Right, and don't rip out your core is what we're saying. Don't change yourself to fit the relationship. Don't compromise in that way. Don't lose your core. Okay, so they're saying go ahead in the relationship and just find out and let it unfold. Okay?
Okay.
All right.
Okay, because this is somebody that I feel like I can completely trust and be open with. And
Then-
be very honest.
Then you need to take that risk and to move forward. All right. Stay blessed, my dear. Thank you for calling in.
Thank you.
Take care.
Okay.
Okay, so we're going to take the next one in line is area code 513. Are you there? I can hear you. Hi.
Hey, hello. My name is Steve. Thank you for taking my call for that.
Okay.
I had a text 5 come to me because I was asking what my purpose was.
Okay.
And the thought that was returned to me was I was supposed to teach empowerment to other people.
All right.
And I could feel like I wanted to cry, like, that aha moment.
Okay.
It didn't tell me how. I teach children with special needs.
Okay.
So I thought I was already doing that, but I'm supposed to be doing something bigger.
Okay.
So my question is, what are my gifts?
What are your gifts?
Why do I feel like something's stopping me?
All right, so we're looking at the gifts. We're going to look at what could be causing her to not being able to tap into the gifts. So we're going to let Spirit, or your soul, tell us in what order that it wants to tell you in. So we're going to let the story unfold.